Today I show you how to reduce transparency in iPadOS 26. This is iPad Pro M5 13-inch, but this is going to be the same on iPhones with iOS 26 or iPads that run iPadOS 26. You get this transparency effect, which they call liquid glass. Apple calls this the liquid glass effect. I actually like it, but I understand that in some situations this might not be very clear, especially when there are things like the control center opening. In general, when you have something on the background and this is transparent, then it becomes a bit confusing. And here, like the app folders, I really like these folders, how they look like for the apps, but this you can turn it off. You can turn off the transparency in iPad. And this is pretty simple, but you might enable or disable this setting depending on how you want it. And I'm only showing you now how it looks like before I turn off the transparency, before I reduce the transparency. The setting for this is the reduce transparency in the accessibility menus. To reduce the transparency, open the settings app and then go to accessibility. And in accessibility, look for display and text size. Here you have many settings, but this is what we want to look at now. There are also lots of settings in the accessibility menu, also in the settings there, but display text and size and then reduce transparency. That's a simple toggle that will reduce the transparency. It turns off this effect that you see on the folders. And now you have the traditional way of seeing the menus, the folders, control center, and even anything that's being hovering above something else. In any overlay, you will have reduced transparency or no transparency, even in the today's view here, and in the folders, especially for apps. So if you want to make this even more strong, you can also toggle on the increased contrast. So that will make a line between elements on the screen. And also the text is going to be a little bit more contrasty. Everything becomes more contrasty to see it better, so you don't have differences, slight differences of colors. All this is to increase usability, and I hope this helps you. Thanks for watching.